Hi everyone, my name is Sharon and I will be presenting the updates related to People Analytics. The first update concerns Report Center proxy rights, more specifically a new features that allow you to provide a more specific proxy right to reporting classic view, scheduling, and building, as you can see in the red square. For example, you can now give proxy access to schedule reports in the name of end users that might not be familiar with the tool. Earlier, Roy mentioned the platform updates, the addition of the favorite tab, which is great news for reporting. Many customers are looking for a way to ease the access to important reports for their end users. Now, in the Report Center, you can select the star icon next to the report title and have the report easily accessible in the new tab of your homepage. This is very useful for admin users that create many reports but only use a few of them regularly, but mostly for stakeholders that don't use the tool often but need an easy access to important analytics. This is a very anticipated update for Store Report, as it already exists for other reporting tools. You can now change the author, who is the owner of the report. Previously, when an employee who created a Store Report left the company, the report would be removed with his users. So if you imagine Sarah, an HR admin, who created an important report that you use regularly, leaves the company, but you need to keep using those reports. Now, with the Change Author feature finally available, you can change the author of the reports and use them after Sarah leaves the company. We are going now to dive into module-specific updates for People Analytics, starting with performance management. This update is very important for non-English speaker customers. Before your performance evaluation, when creating the performance form, you can add a localized level for a section name, performance rating description, or any custom fields, as you can see in the top pictures. This means you can have those fields in as many languages as you are using. Now with this new release, you can report on those fields in their local label. This allows to overcome the lack of translation for certain languages in People Analytics. In the previous release, the audit trail table was added, which allowed you to view the step owner of the performance form. You can now here, as you can see, the addition of the proxy user of step owner. Some customer needs for legal or formal reasons to know who was the user that signed or changed the rating of a form. With the new proxy table, you can now report on the specific user who did the. Moving on to the succession module, a new table of career worksheet was added called Current and Target Roles. Using those data, you can report on the gaps between employees' current competencies and the one they wish to obtain, or scaling the amount of employee interested in developing their career for a specific role, allowing you to analyze the workforce career development aspirations. For example, if you want to hire for a specific role, you use the analytics to identify an internal candidate by reporting on who is interested in developing their career and has the best compatibility for the role that you are recruiting. The next succession module reporting release improves the RBP access to monitoring program data in Store reports, allowing users who are not program manager or program owners to access monitoring data. This is very useful for HR to report on the mentoring engagement of employee and information on the program without having permission to manage program. This is a customer community idea. Having access to monitoring program data also gives the possibility to report across module, for example, reporting on monitoring programs and goal management to review whether the mentees have defined the development goal and their progress on achieving those goals. Another big news is the ability to report on Opportunity Marketplace. You can create reports for assignments, including details on the assignment application of the employees, and assignment capabilities required, giving you insights into the assignment employee pursue and the skill that they will gain. This feature really helps HR or leadership understand their people better and do more effective assignments of the Opportunity Marketplace assignments. The last two releases are related to time management and are both customer community ideas. The first update, as you can see, is the addition of employee time calendar. This enables you to pull more accurate data on how many working days an employee is on an absence, even if this absence is a long-term absence, or an absence with an undetermined end date, or generally an absence which does not affect quotas. The time calendar table gives you information on what is the actual absence, taking into consideration any public holiday and any non-working days. The second time management release targets timesheet. You can now report on temporary time information. Those temporary work schedule can be used for company working with shift or period schedule or even costing schedule on an employee basis. Those temporary work schedule needs to be imported into the system. And reporting on those data can allow you to validate the existence and correct assignment of the important temporary time. I hope all those customer community ideas update will encourage you to make your suggestion to keep improving everybody's experience with people analytics or other modules, of course. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.